when they had to come down to a late restart. But our Niece Motorsports Chevy, best in class, and to have 3 in the top 7, that's really cool. I want to find Matt Mills and his JF Electric team, because that's what we need. We need, with Mike Shiplett leading that deal, we need that kind of effort. So, yeah, definitely proud of the effort for protecting on Chevy. And it's Florida watermelon season, so I can eat a ton of Florida watermelon tonight and get ready for Cup Car tomorrow.
Kaden Honeycutt has given you such props in the past. You feel like a mentor to these guys?
I don't think I'd use that term lightly. It's been used with a couple other, or with the previous driver of the 42, and yeah, I think what we do over at Niece, I drove there first in 2018, and I'm going to drive for Al as long as he will have me. So I'll never drive anything else in the Truck Series. So when drivers come in there, we funnel drivers there through MMI, and we introduce drivers to Al and Cody Ufall. We say this, Al found Kaden. And so when they get there, it's like, how can we make these trucks the best? I'm pro Niece Motorsports, set the drivers aside. So if the drivers are better, Niece Motorsports will be better. So that's how I look at it.
Is there anything you learned tonight that you can take to Pro Bowl 600?
Rip the fence. Man, it's rolling up there, and with it cooling off. But it was that way in the heat of practice today. I kept moving up on a fresh track. It was super fun to do that. I haven't done that in a while, and have the confidence to do it. So, yeah, I was moving the groove up in practice, and then we were all up there in the race. So a lot of fun racing on the 7 and 34. Keep those trucks straight. And Kaden in 11 for a few laps until he pulled away from all of us.
Really appreciate your time, Ross.
Thank you.
Back to you.
One thing that Kyle talked about was the bumps tonight, and just how abrasive this track is and the character in it. How much of a benefit is that for the rest of the weekend, that you're aware of how the track has evolved and before you get the Cup car tomorrow?
I think it's a good reminder, but I don't know that it's much worse. It's been bad. I mean, it's just, get down there to turn 3 and there's no catch fence on the outside. You've got guys walking around the billboards like in orange shirts, and then you're going across all these bumps, and I'm like, what is happening over here? This is like another world. So yeah, it's definitely something that the trucks you feel in the front, the Cup cars you feel in the back of the car. So the front of the Cup cars will be very smooth, I think, over that, the way the Cup cars ride, front up, and then we'll feel it all in the back. So it was refreshing to have only the front hitting the ground in the race, not the rear.
You talked about these races being sort of like a rep for younger drivers as they go up through the ranks. Corey Heim absolutely dominated today. Do you think he's Cup Series ready, and if so, when?
A year and a half ago, 2 years ago. I mean, yeah, no, he's been ready. He's carries himself well out of the car and drives the heck out of it, whatever Scott Zipadelli gives him.
Sorry, I came here late. How much fun were those closing laps with Kaden, Kyle, and all 3 of you just slipping and sliding?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Partway through the race, I tried to push Kaden when he was racing the 11. I got him clear to the lead, and he was really tight on the restart. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I was faster than the 7, and he would not give it up. He raced the heck out of me, and I had a blast. Like, I was clearly faster, and he was not letting me pass, and that was a ton of fun.
Wasn't a win, but with how good Niece is here, is a 2.37 at least a solid positive day to go home with.
That is amazing. For Matt Mills, that JF Electric team, that's awesome. And for Kaden to be right there with me, that's great. Yeah, that might be our strongest team effort that I've ever been a part of for all 3 trucks. So proud of that, proud of the pit crews, mechanics. It's a well-oiled machine right now at Niece Motorsports.
Thank you, Ross.
Need there and make something happen.
About 0.2 of pace to go up there and win the 11. He was unbelievable tonight. I did my best to, when I had the lead, to try and keep him behind me. I was just in the splitter too much. Been working on our packages with stuff, and it kind of hurt us a little bit tonight, but we still were really kept fast. I felt like long run I was a little better than Ross. I just didn't have the gap to make up. Short run we lost a little bit of time. So we're getting better, man. That was a brand new truck tonight, and it just shows how our fab shop's putting fast trucks together, and Chevrolet's helping us. All my guys, they've been really dang good for me, man. Just it's insane that it's our first top 5 because we have been running plenty good to run top 5 every week. I've just made stupid mistakes on mile and a halves, generally mile and a halves that have kept us from finishing where we're supposed to. And I'm just glad tonight that we are fighting for the win. We finished top 3, and my teammate Ross finished 2nd. That's really freaking cool. So glad to race with him, Kyle Busch, and those guys. At least I know I can at least do something a little bit. So yeah, just really happy. And thanks Foundation for Pops, DQS, Auto Venture, Precision, Butler Built Seats, everyone on this race team, Precision that gives us what we got to go out and compete in first. And lastly, Al Niece for fighting for our country and all the veterans that come out here and racing Memorial Weekend. That's kind of why I'm kind of disappointed. I want to win so freaking bad on this weekend for him, and he deserves it. And I hate that we didn't get it done, but still a great day for our company for sure.
You've said for practically a year now you feel like you've made a lot of mistakes, and a lot of this Truck Series deal is you just learning how to run like this. Is there kind of a moral victory to be had in the fact that you put a full race together and it wasn't enough to win, but it was your fullest race?
Yeah, absolutely. Matt, I've been struggling with mile and a half restarts on decision making, and it just hasn't been the best decisions I've made on restarts, and it puts myself in bad spots, and I ultimately lose 7-8 spots on a restart. And last year and years before, I've been able to restart 15th and go up to the top 5 because it's just different. Like, it's different to start in the top 5 and stay there than it is starting on back, and there's no pressure. All you got to do is drive the lane that's quicker. Now in the top 5, you got to decide which lane's faster and which one's going to move. So, and who to block and who not to block. So, yeah, just I feel like I did a better job at it tonight. I hit the splitter in 3 and 4 to try to protect the lead on Corey. The second time I got the lead, thanks to my pit crew guys, they were awesome tonight. We're on the splitter a little too much and kind of prevent us, but we still needed a little bit of speed, I think, to keep it. I still think he would have been better than us. So, we've been fast. Just glad I'm making less mistakes each race, and I think that's progress. So, just trying to get in the playoffs where we belong this year and try to fight for a title and find some extra speed.
Last one from me. In real time, are you aware that that's 2 Cup guys and a really good guy in lane 2 that you're racing? It's like, hey, I can hang with these guys.
Yeah, absolutely. It was very fun racing Kyle and Ross and lane there. We had a really good battle. I'm not sure if TV caught it, but I think we were all ripping the fence in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, trying to see who can sneak to the outside. So that was a good race. So we had fun there. So just hate that we didn't have a little extra. Me and Ross kind of struggled with somewhat the same stuff. We just talked about it a little bit ago. So yeah, man, we're gonna keep on fighting, find some more speed, and we can win races this year. Just a matter of just putting nights up together like this and executing, and that's what we did tonight, and we'll come out with P3.
I just have one for you. You talked about racing, with Ross, your teammate, and then Kyle Busch. Maybe not validate, but does that reassure that you belong here, that you can do this and stuff, the fact that you're able to hang with those guys? Or what does that do for your, confidence in your abilities going forward to get that win? Yeah, I think, it's always good to beat those guys, right? It's a lot more different than I think it has been before in the past. I think Kyle was he can wheel anything, man. He's one of the best, probably one of the greatest of all time, and just really good to race with him. I've only ran, this is my 2nd race here, and I don't know how many times he's been around here, so it was really fun to race with him. I learned quite a few different things from him on how he approaches making passes, setting runs up and stuff like that. So really good for our company. I'm glad that I can match the pace of at least my teammate Ross. So I'm just really glad for everyone. Foundation for Pops, Mass Out Technologies, and we'll move on to Nashville next week and keep the momentum going.
Matt Mills comes home 7th here at Charlotte. Very strong day for Niece overall. Just talk about your day and managing, the pit strategy on that long run to the finish.
Yeah, we had a really good stage 1 for where we started in the field. We got up to 10th and got a pit road penalty and had to kind of restart our race there. But truck was really fast, and Mike made good calls on the box to progress with how the track was moving tonight, and just got a little too free there at the end. I think I gave up a little bit on my pit entry. I made the rookie mistake and didn't practice that there in practice, so was a little green on that. But overall, it's the way the year's been. Top 10 is a good way to start some momentum going into halfway through the year. So.
It's your fourth top 10. It's your second in a row. I believe it's your second in a row at Charlotte. It was 2.37 for Niece tonight. Just how big of a statement was this, and also, being able to get this finish and coming back from those penalties to do so.
Yeah, it showed the kind of trucks that Niece really brings here to Charlotte. This has always been a good one for us, and wish I could have been up there with my teammates. And if I had enough fuel and none of us had to pit, we were actually catching them there before the green flag stops. But all in all, it's a good day, and we'll go get them at Nashville.
Thank you, Matt.
This is Custom Patch Hats. But what makes us custom? Well, that actually begins with you. We're just bringing your unique vision to life. No knockoffs, no lookalikes. Your design is one of a kind. We know hats, we know design, and we know quality. The proof? It's in our production. Hand-stitched with precision and care, with brands you know and trust. A one-of-a-kind patch deserves a one-of-a-kind treatment, all the way to your doorstep. It's how we keep it custom.
Steven Stumpf of Frontstretch.com here. Come back for more great racing videos, and if you like us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.